Question for our sheriff's candidates, and for this one we'll be starting with you, Tom. How serious is the gang problem in Fayette County? And do you agree with Sheriff Randall Johnson's comments that crime in Fayette is not so bad?
That's a tough one there. Still work for the man. Like I've said in the past, if there's one gang member here, that's not good, that's bad. There is a gang called the Kosovo Gang. I don't know if y'all can read about that in the paper. It was 15 youths that beat up another guy's girl. And when they beat him up, it was Wingate Circle. That's between the Fayetteville Police Department and the Fayette County Sheriff's Department. And it's a Peachtree City gang. And that comes from the paper, and that comes from Fayetteville PD Chief Eaton. So I do believe maybe the perception that was here before, now we got to go by fact. I mean, it's proven, they've arrested them for it, it's here. I didn't know that there was an active gang in Fayette County. I suspected, but it's been proven, so that's my answer.
What about the second part?
I'm sorry, the second part.
Do you agree with Sheriff Johnson's comments that crime is bad?
I forgot that part. I think, I say no. I don't agree with it.
Thank you, Wayne.
Well, something that Tom just mentioned is something that's occurred recently, not being in the department since the end of April, since qualifying for this position, being on leave of absence. I haven't really kept up with what's going on with that, but the indications that we had, and I did attend a law enforcement educators meeting June 4th, since I have been on leave of absence. I sat in on that with the district attorney's office, the law enforcement agencies in the county, and the Board of Education. And relying on the information that they provided was they're still not seeing, and this is in the school system, they're still not seeing organized gangs operating in the schools. Now, if there's gang members in the schools, there may be, and they may be trying to get something started. But what's happening just recently could very well be something there. But everything that we've seen in the past, every time we see an issue, we address it. And I'm not going to comment on the second part of the question. I think I answered it on that first part.
Okay, in answer to the gang activity in 1994, I was a sergeant on duty that night, and the Quentin Jackson walked across the street, 138, and shot a female and dry cleaners. Some of y'all may remember that. He was shot and killed her to elevate his standing in a gang, and that was a folks gang from North Clayton High School. So that was my first exposure to gangs. Of course, a few months ago we had Autry's Armory. Southside Mafia came out of Clayton County and broke in and stole all the guns. So we've got activity. Do we have a problem? No. Do we have a grip on it? Yes. And we always have. And we're prepared to deal with that. The answer to the second part of the question, I'm just going to tell you a little story. My wife of 21 years, love her to death. She's sitting out there in the audience, and we don't agree on stuff probably 20, 30, 40% of the time. So for me to say I don't agree with my sitting sheriff, my boss, would just be like saying in our marriage we have some different ideas and different opinions, and I don't think anybody's right or wrong. It's our different perspectives.
Based on my experience dealing with youth gangs, I've noticed them forming here for the last 2 years. Doing research, I found that gang activity has been recorded here in Fayette County going back as far as 1999 with Vince Jordan over there at Sandy Creek High School. Very updated to back it up even further than 1994. Yes, we have gangs, whether they're wannabes is a gonna be. As long as our kids are entranced and find gang activity exciting, they're going to be gangs. There's gangs in Anchorage, Alaska. There's gangs all across this country. I just published an article on my website that talks about gangs in every metropolitan area of Georgia. Crime, when I moved here in Fayette County in 1989, I never heard of people being robbed in their business places and tied up. I never seen people being robbed at 314 and Highway 85 and forced into trunks of cars. Things are changing here. Fayette County, this is not the Magic Kingdom. We have crime in Fayette County. We need to identify it, acknowledge it, and deal with it.